Today, I have gathered every Ragebaiter that I could think of, including our beautiful Paley, Bella the Wolf, Nicocado Avocado, Lisa Gaming, all of them. And we're going to be putting them into a tier list right here, which is Redemption Arc, which is like, okay, they were a Ragebaiter, and now they're good. Funny, decent, gets views, but not really that funny. Mid, explains itself. Racist and or too offensive to be funny. And then the final one is sexual predator, burn in hell. So, we're going to start with Master Uguay. Now, this one is probably going to be a little controversial to some of you. But for Master Uguay, I'm trying to decide between mid and racist and too offensive. Because honestly, I just never thought he was that funny. He just made short, dumb memes that didn't really make me laugh. So I think I'm going to throw him in the racist, too offensive to be funny category. Next up, we have Lisa Gaming. Now, this one's interesting, okay? Because I will be honest, I thought Lisa Gaming was quite funny, okay? Now, a lot of you guys hate her with a burning passion. So I'm trying to decide between decent and funny, or maybe decent and mid. I don't know if she's that funny. There's definitely funnier Ragebaiters on this list. But for Lisa Gaming, like, why don't we just go look at one of her videos before we decide? Let me see here. All right. Mid. Everybody's saying mid. Okay, yeah, I think I might go with mid. Let's just watch one of her videos. Okay. Okay, here's the thing, chat. It's funny, but it's not supposed to be funny. So I'm going to put her in the mid tier because she's funny, but ironically funny. So it doesn't count. Next up, we have Elon Musk. I feel like he is probably one of the biggest Ragebaiters of all time. I think, and you guys can disagree with me or agree with me, Elon Musk, I think he used to be funny. Like 5-8 years ago, but then he got into politics and he just became a little cringe. And here is my case in point, okay? Here's why I don't like, here's why I think he's mid.
I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Elon Musk in the mid tier just for that one, man. He kind of became pretty mid. I really do think he used to be funny, but now he's just kind of super mid. Which, by the way, if you disagree with me or agree with me, comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Okay, next up, we have the one and only Nicocado Avocado. Now, here's the thing. I think he's going to be our first person that goes into the redemption arc because this man fooled all of us for like a year straight. I think he is a perfect example of a redemption arc. He became normal, he became skinny, and I like him. I think he's pretty funny now. So I redemption arc for him for sure. And next up, we have the guy. You all know him. I know him. Albert Stuff, which if you don't know is Flamingo from long ago. Now, here's what I'm going to say on Albert Stuff. I think he is another example of a redemption arc. And mainly because now he went from being like edgelord to biggest YouTuber. And I think that's a pretty good redemption arc. So I'm gonna throw him in there. Okay, next up we have Camilla, the OnlyFans girl. Which, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I think she is a good example of mid. She's not racist or super offensive. I mean, there could be arguments for sexual predator. But I'm gonna save sexual predator for like documented sexual predators. OnlyFans. You know what? We're going to make a new category underneath mid called Does OnlyFans. I think that's the best way to handle this, to be honest. Wait, no, not Master Uguay. No. Wait, I did that wrong. No, not Master Uguay. Not Master Uguay. He does not do OnlyFans. Fuck. No. Racist and or too offensive to racist and or too offensive. Fuck, he's not. Okay. And then we're going to put this one does OnlyFans. Okay. And then we're going to make this one blue. I don't know why. But we're going to throw her in there. Because I would say OnlyFans is definitely below mid for that one. Okay, next up. This is going to be controversial. I already know. Okay. Andrew Tate. Now, I would say about like 5 years ago, not 5, I don't know if it was 5, but a while back, Andrew Tate was very liked by a lot of people. And in my opinion, I'd never really liked him. I always thought he was just kind of mid and he just gave like bland advice. But recently he's kind of been exposed for being a sexual predator. So I'm going to put him in the bottom tier. Once again, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I don't really care. But he has cases against him for like serial sexual assault. So we're going to put him down in the sexual predator burn in hell category. I think he's a pretty good example of that. He ruined like an entire generation. We're going to put him down there. Okay, next up is Speed McQueen. Now, here's my fault. Here's what I'm thinking. I think Speed McQueen is either racist and or too offensive or mid. I think he's I don't think I would call him mid, but I don't know if I would call him like too offensive. I mean, honestly, he's closer to being racist and too offensive than mid, so I'm going to put him in racist. Like, the man literally came to my house and like told his friend who's black to get back in the field. So I'm going to definitely put him in the racist category. Next up, we have Jack Doerty. Now, here's what's funny about this one is, like, I've been trying to think about this while I've been doing the video. I saw Jack Doerty coming up, and then I realized, oh my God, he does OnlyFans. So we're going to yeah, he does OnlyFans. And I think that if any person buys Jack Doerty's OnlyFans, they should be on a list, and they should not be allowed near children. Next up, we have the vegan teacher. Okay, vegan teacher. I'm trying to decide if she's decent or funny. I do think she's kind of funny. She's also really fucking annoying. So I don't think she's mid though, because she is like a very prolific, like she's one of the OG Ragebaiters. She did not have a redemption. She did not have a redemption arc. I mean, her message is good, so I'm gonna give her a decent. But vegan teacher, you're annoying as hell. Tone it down a little bit. Racist predator. She mocks God. I don't know any of that stuff. All I know is that she is extremely vegan. So we're going to put her in decent. She's not really funny, but she does get views. Next up, we have Donald Trump. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't get into politics a lot. I don't really care much for politics. I do think Donald Trump is funny, okay? I do think he's funny, unfortunately. I wouldn't, he definitely has not had a redemption arc. I don't know if I like his politics, but I think he's funny. Unfortunately, he is a funny person. And this is going to cause a lot of contention in the chat. But wait, how about okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We're going to make a new tier called, we're going to add a row above, below OnlyFans, called Politics. Politics. We're going to put Donald Trump in that one because people seem to not want him to be in the funny category. So we're going to make it, we're going to put him in the politics category. Just, that's right above being racist, by the way, because everybody kind of hates politicians. All right, next up, we have Meowba. I'm pretty sure she is a sexual predator. Meowba is like, she's weird. She's weird. I've seen some crazy things about her. I've never talked about her because I think she's genuinely a predator. So we're going to put her there. Thank you for the $5, Lime Boy. She's not funny. She's just weird as fuck, and I'm going to put her on the very bottom. Next up, we have Clown Shao. I don't know a whole lot about her, but I'm going to probably put her in the mid tier. She kind of quit YouTube, so, you know, that's good. And next up, we have... Oh, wow. The next person's so horrible that my camera broke. Okay. Next up, we have Paley. Now, there is a certain video that I talked about where Mrs. Paley is saying the N-word. So we're going to have to put her in the racist and or too offensive category, unfortunately. I did think Paley was funny. I did. She was very funny, but, like, ironically funny. Like, she wasn't funny on purpose. So I'm going to put her in the racist category. Sorry, Paley. Maybe next year you could have a redemption arc like Nicocado and Albert, which is kind of a funny category. The Nicocado Avocado and Albert are together. Okay, next up, we have Ruben Sim. This guy, I see him on Twitter all the time, and anytime I ever see him, he is just roasting furries. That's all he does. Like, literally all he does is tweet about furries. I wouldn't say he's funny. I don't know. I don't really find him funny, and that's my opinion. You know, you can have your own. I'll put him in the decent category. I think decent is a good one for him because he did. He has quite an interesting past. He does have great videos though. I wouldn't call them funny though. I don't think he. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the decent. He's racist. Oh, well, I haven't seen that from him. So, reminder: if you think I'm wrong about anything, comment your thoughts, okay? Next up, we have Uku Single. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Uku Single, I totally forgot about her until like a few days ago, and I checked, and she is like a huge YouTuber now. So, like, she's like massive. Like, I really think that she has had a redemption arc. I think Uku Single is a good one for an example of a redemption arc. She did some bad stuff, but she redeemed herself. You know, she redeemed herself. Yo, thank you, Colton, for the $5. CNP Queen. Now, if you don't know who CNP Queen is, she's kind of just like a cut and paste Ragebaiter, taking rage bait from other people that works and just using it like this. Yeah, so I don't know. She's pretty mid. She just does the classical, like, you know, rage baiting. She's not gonna go to hell because she's not a sexual predator. She's gonna go to the very bottom that you can't be unless she does OnlyFans, which I pray she does not. Next up, we have Rebooted Poppy. Now, you all know who she is. I don't know if she's really a rage baiter per se. She strikes me more as just kind of brain rot-ish. Has she had a redemption arc? I thought her videos were pretty good. She made good edits. Mid. All right, let me check on her videos recently, okay? How to get free Robux. Watch before 2025. Yeah, so we're going to put her in the mid tier for that. Koofy. Yeah, so we're going to make a tier on the very bottom, just called Koofy. It's below literally everything. And I think you all know why. And we're going to call it Black. And we're just going to put him here. Okay. Next up, we have Kanye West. He is a classical rage baiter. I feel like he is actually good at rage baiting. I don't know. The problem with Kanye West, though, is I don't know if he's actually serious or not. Like, he made a song about, like, I can't even say it, but I do think Kanye, unfortunately, is going to have to go in the racist category. Kanye is quite funny, but I would say, like, 8 years ago, Kanye would have gone in the funny tier, but recently he's kind of turned insane off the nitrous, and I think I'm going to have to put him in the racist category. He's too offensive. He was better like 8-9 years ago. He just fell off, and he's just kind of gross now. Like, he says gross stuff. But this next one's going to be controversial. Okay, we got Jake Paul. Now, here's my opinion. I think Jake Paul has had a little bit of a redemption arc. I don't know if he has had a big enough redemption arc to be put in the redemption arc category. I would say he's more of a funny / decent category type of person. Would you agree mid? Oh, a lot of people are saying mid. Yeah, okay, I think you're right, chat. Yeah, I'm agree with you on that. I'm gonna put him in the mid tier. He is funny. He has had a bit of a redemption arc, but not quite enough of one to put him up there. Next up, we have Neon. This guy's just annoying, so I'm gonna just put him in the. He basically does OnlyFans with the amount of OnlyFans people he promotes. Explorer Elizabeth, mid, definitely mid. Okay, Kim Jong-un. This one's interesting. I honestly think Kim Jong-un is like kind of funny, but I don't think he wants people to think he's funny, which is why he should go in the funny category. He just wants people to politics. Oh, true, but like he's funny. Okay, I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a politics. Nah, I'll just keep him in politics. Damn, bro, Kim Jong-un's so funny, bro. He's so funny. He's just like this fat little man. We're gonna add a new row called politics but chubby. And we're gonna put him in that because I feel like that's a great way to just like describe him. Politics but chubby. Yeah, we're gonna put him there. I think that's a great way to put it. We'll make that gray. Okay, very good. You okay, bro? All right, next up we have EDP. Now, EDP is obviously a sexual predator. Unfortunately, I think he's kind of funny, but I'm not gonna put EDP in the funny category. There's just no way. He's a sexual predator. He's like one of the most like exposed sexual predators ever. So Trump is chubby. Oh, true. Yeah, we gotta put Trump on there. Thank you for the $10, my friend. Appreciate it. Okay, next up we have KSI. I think KSI should be. I think he deserves the funny category. I think he's funny. His song was just so horrible, and he kind of leaned into it. His forehead is just huge. I think KSI should be the funny category. He's pretty funny. This reminds me. I think we should put IShowSpeed on this list as well. But I think IShowSpeed should be on the redemption arc category because Speed used to be very controversial. He said some things about women that people didn't like, but I think Speed had a quite incredible redemption arc. So I'm going to put Speed on the redemption arc category. Next up, we have Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick obviously has to go on funny. I think he is quite a silly. Funny is more for people who rage bait in a way that's not really bad, per se, unless you're a Drake fan. But I think Kendrick is a perfect spot for funny. I think that works great. And then we come up to the final one. Bella the Wolf. Now, the one you've all been waiting for, the one you all wanted me to do on this list. This is tough. This is quite tough. Okay, we have Bella the Wolf, racist and or too offensive. Here's what I'm thinking. I think Bella the Wolf. I'm trying to decide because Bella the Wolf is like a legendary rage baiter. Like one of the biggest and most prolific rage baiters. I don't know. I think we're going to add a row above racist and offensive, and we're going to call this row only good for money. And we're going to put her in this one. You know what? I'm going to throw Paley in there as well. They really kind of suck at everything, but they get views, so that's good. Let's put this one is, let's do light blue there, yeah. Okay, so here's my official Rage bait tier list. Let me know what you guys think of this. We have Koofy in his own category all the way at the bottom, which kind of crazy. I don't know if I would put Koofy under Andrew Tate and EDP, but like, you know, he's Koofy. So, wait, actually, no, we should name this category Infinite Money Glitch. Okay. All right. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you agree, if you disagree. This is just my opinion. I don't really care that much, but if I got something wrong, let me know.